Value, interest, and mixture problems. 5-step problem-solving method. To solve some problems in which we want to find two quantities, it is useful to perform the following 5 steps. Step 1. Define each variable. For each quantity that we are trying to find, we usually define a variable to be that unknown quantity. Step 2. Write a system of two equations. We find a system of two equations by using the variables from step 1. We can usually write both equations either by translating the information stated in the problem into mathematics or by making a substitution into a formula. Step 3. Solve the system. We solve the system of equations from step 2. Step 4. Describe each result. We use a complete sentence to describe the quantities found. Step 5. Check. We reread the problem and check that the quantities we found agree with the given information. Value problems. Total value formula. If n objects each have value v, then their total value t is given by t equals vn. In words, the total value is equal to the value of one object times the number of objects. If you go to a store and buy 5 packs of gum, the cashier will ring up one package of gum and then type times 5 to get the total. That's the total value formula. In this example, a 9,000-seat amphitheater will sell tickets at $15 and $22 for a Jack Johnson concert. How many tickets should be sold at each price for a sellout performance to generate a total revenue of $156,000? First, we need to decide what our variables x and y are going to equal. We are trying to find how many tickets should be sold at each price. That means we need tickets sold at $15 and tickets sold at $22. We will let x equal the number of seats at $15 and let y equal the number of seats at $22. For our first equation, x plus y equals 9,000 represents the total number of seats available in the amphitheater. Some of the tickets will be sold at $15, some of them will be sold at $22. But the total number of seats have to be 9,000. Anytime you're doing a total, you want to add. For our second equation, we want to use the total value formula. We want to take the value of our ticket, $15, and multiply that by how many seats sold at that price, x. Then we want to take the value of our other ticket, $22, and multiply that by the number of seats sold at $22, which is y. The total of those two values, which means we're going to add, should be $156,000. Now that we have our two equations and our two unknowns, we can solve for x and y. We can use either substitution or elimination to find x and y. I'm going to use substitution. I'll solve my first equation for x by subtracting y from both sides. X equals 9,000 minus y. Now I'm going to use the second equation and substitute for x. So I have 15 times x, which is equal to 9,000 minus y plus 22y equals $156,000. Next, distribute the 15. 15 times 9,000 equals 135,000 minus 15 times y is 15y plus 22y equals 156,000. Adding like terms on the right side, I have 135,000 plus 7y equals 156,000. My next step is to subtract 135,000 from each side. 7y equals 21,000. Now I want to divide both sides by 7. Y equals 3,000. This means I've sold 3,000 tickets at $22. Now to find X, since X equals 9,000 minus Y, I can substitute for Y. X equals 9,000 minus 3,000, which gives me 6,000. So I've sold 6,000 seats at $15. So they need to sell 6,000 tickets at $15 and 3,000 tickets at $22 to generate a total revenue of $156,000. I can verify my answer by substituting x and y into my original equations. My first equation was x plus y equals 9,000. 6,000 plus 3,000 equals 9,000. My second equation, 15x plus 22y equals 156,000. So 15 times 6,000 plus 22 times 3,000. Enter, and I get 156,000. So I have verified that my answer is correct. Interest problems. Money deposited in an account such as a savings account, certificate of deposit, or mutual fund is called the principal. Interest is a percentage of the principal. The annual simple interest rate is the percentage of the principal that equals the interest earned per year. In this example, a person plans to invest a total of $7,500. She will invest in both an account at 5% annual interest and an account at 12% annual interest. How much should she invest in each account so that the total interest in 1 year will be $515? We want to start with deciding what our variables will equal. The person invested $7,500, part in one account at 5%, part at another account at 12%. If we let X equal the amount at 5%, we can let Y equal the amount at 12%. If I add these two values, X plus Y, I should get the total amount invested, $7,500. To find the interest, we're going to use our total value equation again. The percentage rate times the amount invested will give you the total interest for that account. Writing our percentage as a decimal to find the interest in the account at 5% annual interest, I take 0.05 and multiply it by X. To find the amount of interest at the 12% account, I take 0.12 and multiply that by Y. If I add, it should equal $515. Now that I have my two equations and my two unknowns, I can solve for X and Y. I can use substitution or elimination to solve for X and Y. Using substitution, solving the first equation for X, X would equal 7,500 minus Y. Taking my second equation, I can substitute in for X, 0.05 times 7,500 minus Y plus 0.12 Y equals 515. Distributing my 0.05, 0.05 times 7,500 equals 375. 0.05 times Y, bring down my minus sign, 0.05 Y plus 0.12 Y equals 515. Adding my like terms, 375 plus 0.07y equals 515. Subtracting 375 for both sides, 0.07y equals 140. Dividing both sides by 0.07, y equals 2,000. So $2,000 was invested in the 12% account. To find x equals 7,500 minus 2,000, which equals 5,500. So $5,500 was invested in the account at 5% interest. So the person needs to invest $5,500 at 5% annual interest and $2,000 at 12% annual interest. To check our equations, we can go to our calculator. So 5,500 plus 2,000 equals 7,500, and x plus y equals 7,500. 0.05x plus 0.12y should equal 515. 0.05 times 5,500 plus 0.12 times 2,000 does equal 515. So our answers are correct for this problem. Mixture problems. For an x% solution of two substances that are mixed, x% of the solution is one substance and 100% minus x% is the other substance. In this example, how many quarts each of a 16% antifreeze solution and a 24% antifreeze solution must be mixed to make 8 quarts of an 18% antifreeze solution? Defining our x and our y, let x be the amount at 16% antifreeze solution, and let y be the amount at 24% antifreeze solution. We need a total of 8 quarts. That means x plus y will equal 8. Using our total value again, there's 16% of the antifreeze solution in x quarts. Changing our percents to decimals again, 0.16 times x would be the amount of the antifreeze solution. For y, changing my 24% to a decimal, I have 0.24 times y. If I add those, that will equal my 8 quarts at 18%. Now I can use substitution or elimination to find x and y. Using substitution, solve x plus y equals 8 for x. X equals 8 minus y. Substituting that into our second equation, 0.16 times x, which is now 8 minus y, plus 0.24y equals 8 times 0.18, which equals 1.44. Distributing, 0.16 times 8 is 1.28, minus 0.16 times y is 0.16y, plus 0.024y equals 1.44. Adding my like terms, 1.28 plus 0.08y equals 1.44. Subtract 1.28 from both sides, 0.08y equals 0.16. Divide both sides by 0.08 and y equals 2. Using x equals 8 minus y, x equals 8 minus 2, which is 6. They need to mix 6 quarts of a 16% antifreeze solution with 2 quarts of a 24% antifreeze solution to make 8 quarts of an 18% antifreeze solution. To check our solution, x plus y should equal 8. 6 plus 2 is 8. 0.16x plus 0.24y should equal 8 times 0.18. 0.16 times x, which is 6, plus 0.24 times y, which is 2, equals 1.44. 8 times 0.18 is 1.44. So our solutions are correct. In this example, a chemist needs 6 ounces of a 20% alcohol solution but has only 24% alcohol solution. How many ounces of the 24% solution and water should be mixed to make the desired 6 ounces of a 20% alcohol solution? Let x be the amount of the 24% alcohol solution. Let y equal the amount of water. So that means x plus y will equal 6 ounces. Since x amount of the solution has 24% alcohol, we want to write the 24% as a decimal. So 0.24 times x represents the amount of alcohol in x ounces. Y is water, so it has 0% alcohol in it. So 0 times y represents the amount of alcohol in the water. I add that to get 6 ounces with 20% alcohol in it. Now that we have our two equations, we can use substitution or elimination to solve. With our second equation, because we have 0% alcohol in water, 0 times y is just 0. My equation simplifies to 0.24x equals 1.2. I can easily solve this for x by dividing both sides by 0.24. X equals 5. Using substitution, x plus y equals 6. 5 plus y equals 6. Y equals 1. So that means the chemist needs to mix 5 ounces of a 24% alcohol solution with 1 ounce of water to make 6 ounces of a 20% alcohol solution. To check the solution for this problem, x plus y should equal 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. Then 0.24x plus 0y should equal 6 times 0.2. 0.24 times 5 plus 0 times 1 is 1.2. 6 times 0.2 is also 1.2. So our solution is correct for this example. Value, interest, and mixture problems. When solving word problems, first you want to define each variable, then write a system of two equations, solve the system, describe each result, and check your solutions.